is there more soldiers on the other side of that EMA? Did they go pick up new soldiers? Because, now that it's weak, to kind of give y'all a little background, right? I love trading. I've done trading for a long period of time, and oh, come on, 4:30. Come on. Let's go. All right, good morning, my neighbors. Welcome to another episode of After the Trades. I know I've kind of rebranded everything. I'm going to come up with a new schedule, and it's going to change probably every quad witching as I kind of structure this channel to your liking a little bit. So don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button. That way you can know when I am online. So that's it. We got a lot of work to do, and the market's going to open soon. So let's get right to it. We're going to be doing some fun things. That's what it looks like so far in this market. Actually, let me bring my camera. NQ has been trying to keep this contract expiration gap held, but you can kind of see we've been on all-time highs for quite a bit. So I think they just really are trying to pull this bad boy back. That way we could go ahead and find out where the true footing for all the bulls are currently residing. So we'll see how that relatively holds up going forward. What else I got for y'all? Economic calendar, nothing much is happening. We just had some retail stuff, so I'm not even going to pull that up. But I will say this. We're going to have some very slow, low volatility in the beginning. We're waiting for FOMC to go ahead and drop what he needs to drop, which is letting us know how much of a basis point that they're going to drop the interest rates. Everybody already knows he's going to do it, but in my opinion, I think they priced in 25 basis points, which is like 0.25%, if my memory serves me correctly. But I think we may come down with the beautiful 50, right? And I don't, does he have a speech after? Yeah, he has a Fed conference at 2:30. So we're going to get interest rate information at 2, and then we're going to get him running his mouth at 2:30. So get ready for Jay Powell the market. All right, we're getting some action coming through as my alerts are starting to go off a little bit. Oh, excuse me, skinny. All right. If you haven't been on with me in the morning, I just feel like kind of sneezed. Excuse me. Make sure I get everything out. If you have not been in one of my shows, what I like to do is do the opening range. Whole purpose of After the Trades is kind of introduce you to some of my techniques that I've been developing over the years and refining. So I'm going to be going over to some of them today. Yesterday we kind of looked at some swing trades, but I think the market is really sitting on their hands as they are waiting for FOMC to run its mouth. And everybody's posting in all the other trading communities. And FOMC is coming, so don't do nothing reckless. And I do agree. So let's run through each and every one of these. My normal stuff that I like to look at. So we got NQ. NQ is looking really good. They're trying to make some more upside. This is probably what you're going to end up seeing. Then we got oil over here. Let me go ahead and turn off my daily updates. And you can kind of see we're in between order blocks, and it's struggling to get through that upper side. I did think it was going to break down. I did think they were going to catch it at this order block. Why? Because previous action creates that resistance, and that's why we're getting that bounce. I just don't think we got enough strength to get up in here. I think they really want to get back here, but I would have loved for them to break down to this level so that way they could go ahead and attack here. I don't think we're ever going to get into here, but Again, I can be wrong. This is gold. Gold has been ripping. Actually, I'm going to use my daily update on this one. We just been stacking the whole time. Stacking greens, stacking greens, stacking greens. We're getting a little bit of a pullback here. I think we could... this is not... Oh, my God. Hold on. I don't know why this says NQ. I was like, wait, I'm missing something. All right, there it is. All right. I do think we could get into like that 3789. We rejected at 3750-ish, around 3739. So look for NQ to kind of come. NQ. Look for GC gold to come down a little bit as they trying to build up a little steam to get up into those upper registers. Let me go ahead and get rid of that. And then we got silver. Again, remember, silver is going to drag gold wherever it needs. It's dropping. That tells us that gold will be dropping. We're getting a little bit of a bounce for a reason, so we'll see how that holds. Here's the British pound. I warned y'all. If y'all really was staring at this, oh, we're going to go ahead and get the rest of the measure move. Congratulations, you failed. Because I did tell y'all that we do not always get the full measure move. Sometimes it's only 50% of the move. And this is a perfect example of that 50% of the move. And the market went ahead and went bullish. This is probably one of the stressors on the US dollar as we go into FOMC. Look for this fair value gap to fill and let the US dollar fall a little bit more as the interest rate breaks, and that should give us a little bit more kick into the market. Here is Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is at a very tough spot here. I would love to see what it does around that 121 or a breakdown somewhere around that 112. 121 to 112, something's got to give. And when it does, we're going to have a nice monument type move. Here's the Russell. The Russell is still continuing to the upside. Again, as they bail out of major caps, they go into the small caps. So always keep the Russell in your radar. IBM, okay. IBM's trying to make some moves. We'll probably check that out too. And then this is the US dollar. The infamous, undeniable, the force of the market, the US dollar. Looking like a very major H type of pattern. And I'm looking for this to break down, probably come down to this level right here. Maybe that 9.5 before it even thinks about bouncing. So let's go ahead and go back over to NQ and close off this. And let's take a peek at IBM. I am curious because I may be looking for some option trades as I wait for all the chaos to happen. Nice little base here. I found that IBM's drop was questionable. So let's do this. Since I find it questionable, I think we're trying to curl up. It isn't a text base, so this thing can fall back down if it comes down to it. I'll check DoorDash later. Let's call it $300 calls for December. That's probably what I'll be looking at for IBM. Let me see what I find in the option world. We got about another 10 minutes until the first 15 minutes of the market opens up. And we could go ahead and make a decision on how we're going to handle that. And see where we can go ahead and make some money. What we got, what we got, what we got, what we got. IBM. Here we go. See this option chain in December. $300 calls. Yeah. Nah. The better one would be $280 calls, but I don't feel like spending that. I don't feel like spending that. So let's go ahead and see something. Let's see what January looks like. That's a little bit better with these. I would say $300 calls on IBM. January is probably the best out of all. You're probably going to have to go with a 10 wide if you do a vertical. It'll cost you about $200, give or take. Yeah, probably about 135, 100, depending on what you're looking at. I think the safer one would have been like that. 265. I don't know if I want to do 265. Yeah, I probably have to put some thought to that. I don't want to do that. Because I was thinking about vertical, just to kind of give myself a little bit of a hedge, just in case this thing does something a little egregious. But we'll come back to that. All right, let's get back over to NQ. So, like I said, we do one thing and one thing only. We do the opening range. Actually, I was looking at something earlier this morning. It looks like we're getting that breakdown. I was looking at something like an order block that looks a little like this, that we was kind of having a little bit of a trouble at. I want to see how the market responds to that. Excuse me. And then we have our sales. Let's see. Yeah, let's see how this 15-minute looks. Let's not overcomplicate things. All right, so we got this and this and this, and Strange Danger sitting at 511. Good morning, my neighbor. How you doing, Javi? Uh-oh, I can't hear you. I don't know why. Hold on, maybe it's my mixer. Oh, I know why. Oh, no, that's not it. Something is wrong with my audio. Try one more time, Javi. Okay, that's why. It linked it to, instead of computer speakers. How's your morning? It's going. Did you take the 2 minute? It's okay. No, it's okay. As long as you walk away positive, right? Yeah, you don't sound excited. You gave it back? Oh, okay. No, 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 no. I think we got nothing but pure positivity. We're gonna be making money today. ETFs. Let's see. What's mine's doing? Yeah, mine's is a little. It's getting a little beat up a bit. Yeah, just a little bit, just a tad, just a tad. I was looking at this right here. This 4 hour. You see how we kind of structured this, and we could not get through, and they just kept on using it as a rejection point. I was thinking about doing that at the open, but I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna wait a little bit. But if I did, it would have looked something a little. Nope, not that. Around here, it would look a little something like this, and then that structure right there probably would have gave it some trouble. And then we would have to readjust for this, but then there's our deviation right there. So let me fix that. You think so? More downside? I think so. I think we're gonna do one of those drifty downs, and then it's gonna just pop something vicious, and then out of nowhere, they're gonna have a real fall, just enough to shake the market up. All right, and then we have to deviate here. Look at that solid deviation there. That would have stopped here. That's with the news, and then we couldn't do anything. So we're probably going to try to attack this wick here. That's what it looks like. But we'll see. The market's still trying to find its path. Oh, what just happened? Get there. So that would have been just about that breakdown right there, here. Then that breaks through, that turns into that resistance, and get something that was close to here, and that would have been 49 points. I was like, let me not do nothing crazy. Then you can see we had a nice little solid rejection before we even touched this whole entire fair value gap here. So it's looking really bearish. Like dangerously bearish. Here they come for more of that wick. Got 3 minutes left. But let's go ahead and lock this in, and we are going to sync that through my other charts. Let me go get my other chart ready as I dissect this market. I need this chart. Let's bring this down. Let's bring you up. Let's put you here, and let's put you dead. That looks good. So what I'm seeing so far, let me get rid of this and this. I don't need that anymore. I'm gonna just worry about the New York session. Right now we're kind of like doing this little dance here. Yeah, a bit of a 1 minute breakthrough right now. And we have ourselves, how much time left? About 1 minute and 25 seconds.
You know what? Let's have it.
I'm not liking this setup. Are you taking it up? Yeah, I don't like it either. They just liquidated the Bears. That was that 45-minute move, which would have looked something similar to like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm bearish at 474. I'm bullish if we get back above this 512. So I'm gonna let everybody else's money give me a good setup. I'm not gonna try to 440 474 bearish, 512 bullish. Mm-hmm. Are you on the Z contracts or are you still in NQU? NQ1? Yeah, it should be the same thing. You know, yeah. So we made a major move in a 45-minute, and there's a strong possibility we could pivot as soon as we touch that level because everyone that was liquidating those that were trying to get their entry after making a massive move down here under the 474, they're getting trapped. So there's going to be a point where there's no more liquidity. I think the no more liquidity is somewhere around here at 514 to take it back down, correct. So if we break above 512 hold, we might get ourselves a nice little opening range breakout and just start to really take off. 474, yeah. So we had our opening range set at 466. So I'm looking at the 474 as a 45-minute entry for their downside. Now, right now, they're liquidating as much bears as possible, but the bears could be stepping up. Like this whole entire thing, you kind of treat it like an order block between 512 and 474. Anything can happen between here. Anything. And then you got Stranger Danger sitting right at 503. Then you got psychological level 500. Like there's so many question marks that can happen here. So many question marks. Oh, there it goes. And so you see how we rejected when we touched it? So now that's the question mark. See that? You see how hard they hit that? Now they're gonna try to take another shot at it to try to really liquidate the bears. Because I think bears stepped in. It might be bears from people that were down here and they took calls, and it could be bears that were waiting to go ahead and average down and sell some more. Whatever the reason, we're about to find out in a few. If we two candle this 1 minute, we might get ourselves an angle that looks just like this. 200 EMA, 200 SMA on the 1 minute. Yeah, yeah, we got ourselves a pure confirmation of that 512 getting hit. Looking for reversal. Let's see if this thing does a reversal here as we're trying to hold above VWAP. Not ready yet. They're trying to disrespect people's stop losses. They might use this whole 2 candle as liquidity to get through the rest of the fair value gap, which will bring us into 518. All right, let's see if they're shorter here. They just grab liquidity there. You might get the rest of the fair value gap. Ah, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, come on. I just was about to put my stop into profit. Come on, let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Get back up there. Ah, damn it. Come on. What? I'd rather take it at break even than that. Oh my god. Alright, so the 2 candle, like I said, they use that as liquidity. There we go. They grab that. They hit the EMA. Now the next target is for them to test this area here. We may get a reversal here. Let's see if they hold. I do not want this sound effect thing. It's like in my ear saying order filled. I want to hear that. Starting to become a little bit more bullish. They hold that 512, it will be. And we're going straight to 540 and then explode to the top. Again, a little bit of a curl over on that 1 minute. Let's see what the 15-minute looks like now. Janky. Straight trap. See how they kind of crossed and trapped the bears? Very janky. And that's only because of this news. They're trying to use this as reinforcement to see if they can get back above 512. I don't think they're going to get that. We got a 1 minute fair value gap bearish that's being put in right now. No problem. I agree. I wanted to take IBM up. That was the play I was going to take. But I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit and just wait for the market to decide what they want to do. I've got to hide this for a second. Bear with me. Alright, let me bring it back and delete that. They're going to go for the fair value gap, the 1 minute fair value gap here. That's good reload areas right here for that. Boom, boom, right there. And then the target will be here. Watch we come for that 581. Just depends if 583 holds it up. Strong bearish movement here. And that's all because of this pivot here. That was the move. That was the move. Come on, Jeffrey. Wake up. Let's get up. Let's go. Let's find something. See how they're trying to catch it off the 583? They're trying to make sure that that fair value gap stays intact, putting pressure on the sellers. I would have loved it to touch then reject, then to do what it's doing right now. So let's see if we're going to get that now. Or do we get a 2 candle? Okay, let's see if we get a rejection here. Oh, come on, lower. I need you to touch. There we go. All right, let's see if it stays intact. Okay, it stays intact. In 13 seconds. Stays intact. Closed inside of it. See if we can get a short here. Fill that value there. There we go. Quick little scalp there. Just hold that. Hold on to that. Push it down, push it down, push it down, baby. Push it down, push it down, push it down, baby. Push it down, push it down, push it down. I got like $100 so far. All right, I think they stopped me out with like 75. $50. Good scalp. Good scalp. Good scalp. They race it to my entry. Here comes the entry. We need a strong close under here. We need a strong close under here. Probably could have trailed it against the trend line if I did something like this, or even like this. Well, that candle wasn't formed yet. Now it's formed, so it'll be something like that. No, of course, that was the whole thing. They got you committed for 3 days, 4 days. You got to watch the whole thing. But behind this paywall, yeah. 997. Yeah, that's about the going rate. The guy that taught her. Mm, mm-mm. Yeah, and move them way too early. I could have held on to this, Javi. I could have held on to it. We didn't get a close below. Remember, I was saying I was waiting for a close below here. Nah, not on the 1 minute. Now we're closing. There we go. Now we're closing. I gotta wait for a reset. So this is our break and retest, and then I'll probably short it after. No, it's fine. No, listen, you got a better position than me. It's all right. Nice. 473 down to 458. That's some good ticks right there. Ugh. I wanted them to retest 466 before I got back in, and this they just made a lower low. Oh, I just knocked my AirPods out my ear on that one. It's too vertical. It's too vertical. Like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight red candles. All right, so this is what I was looking for. Now here's our retest. Now I'm looking for the opening range. Now I'm looking for it to reverse at 474 again, because we created kind of like an order block there. Why do you think that? Previous day? Okay. Okay. Yeah, just like the risk. Yeah. Come on, reverse. Damn, it's not reversing at the entry. Reverse. There we go. I'm shorting. Let's see if I can get this. Alright, and then put my stop. Let's go push. 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 Come on, push. Come on, come on. One more push so I can put this stop loss a little bit lower. Don't you dare come for my stop loss. Don't you dare. Come on. Come on. Give me more than $60. Give me 100. Give me at least 100. Give me 100. Give me 100. Give me 100. Just one. Just one NQ. Damn. Didn't give me 100. Got my break even. Yeah, and that's what I want. Oh, look at what they did. You better not reverse again, because this thing look like a 1 minute evening star right now. Yeah, I pushed it into break even when it showed me $60. No, I'm too early. But you know what? That's an outside order. 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Come on, come on, come on. Don't you dare cost me. Come on. Let's break this down. Oof. Oof. No, I'm taking it down. Because it closed under my entry. There we go. We got 2 contracts. Come on. Yeah. Ah, damn it. I was about to put my stop loss at the pro. Stop. Come on, come on. Show me 100 before you did that. Ah, now I got my stop in. Ah, damn it. And they pushed right back up. This is way too choppy. Way too choppy. You see that? That's why I was looking for the break even. You see how they popped it right back up on that new minute? Yeah. So we still haven't got a 5-minute close below or above our opening range. Very choppy. They might use this opening range as a range just to kind of go up, down, up, down, up, down as much as they want. I just don't like the deviations. I was looking for a third deviation before I try to reverse. Ah! This is being a jerk right now. We're probably going to go back up right here. This is what you was looking for. They reloaded at my entry 474 again. They're pushing it back down. This micro trend is trying to beat this major trend to go to the next major trend because we didn't touch that one. So that's why I think we're going to go back up. Damn, they hit it again. Look at that smack they did. Yeah, because I'm getting a bit of a bullish divergence here on the 1 minute. All right, let me come up to the 5 minute here. Just gonna go ahead and just kind of coast a little bit. I don't like how everything is moving. Not a fan of it. Let's get rid of that. They're trying to have the 5 minute close below this level. I think that's what they're trying to do. And then what I'll do, I'll probably scalp a 1, 2. We're probably gonna go with a 1, 2, 3 setup. And where I have 6 contracts on on NQ. Mm-hmm. 5 minutes not gonna close below it, huh? But the 5 minutes trying to close below the entry line.
Can you make scrambled eggs?
I'll see what I can do. Just give me a minute. I'm in the middle of trade.
Yeah. Because we're very, 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 very.
Alright, got a little bit of a reversal here as they try to build a base here. If they grab the liquidity, try to see if they can do a nice little reset. Considering taking a short the moment we get back below 466 again, because that's the level that we got the opening range on. They're trying to use that as the base. And if we do get that 466, I'm going to just do one contract. I got a couple of other contracts sitting for the stop losses below that. So we'll see what happens. So I'm going with a 1, 2, 3 setup. They're probably going to push it up again. Just push up again. Just push up again. Get some higher prices. That way we could get some momentum. Let's take a light right here. Yeah, that's what it is, and it's just the chop of the market right now. One more push down. One more push down. As we got to get this opening range break down. Nope, they're not gonna let it happen. Oh, or maybe. They're not gonna let it happen. Let me get out of that. All right, lost $100 on that. So I was up $60. Now I'm down $40. So those little scalps help pay for attempts of other ideas, you know. Let's see if we can get a short here. Not in yet. Maybe I should have been. Maybe not. They keep liquidating the bears. Try this one. Alright, let's push it. Come on. Show me a little lower before I can put in profit. You gotta give me something so I can put in and stop my stop loss. Oh, come on. You're not gonna. You cost me another $100. Mother suckers. Oh, that was a good reversal right there. Oh, and then they drift. Look at how y'all just did that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're trying to figure out right now. You think so? Damn it. I put my stop loss into profit, and the freaking bastards won't let it. Don't leave it be. And I weathered that thing. Should have just dropped. That's how choppy this is. There is. You talking about bearish one? Up top? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's what they're trying to target, the bears. But the thing is, the bulls are keep on bouncing this. Like I said, we're not falling through this option contract gap. We're just not doing that. 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, that one. Yes, it is. But I love dojis. Bears had full control. That's a big red candle. The one at Sunday at 6 o'clock or 1800. Yeah. Yep. So basically, we're playing order block to order block. So they'll come back for this order block, and then they'll go to this order block back and forth if that's the range. Correct. Until somebody wins. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna call it that undeniable doji. Oh, that U2, the music group. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. On tours. Yeah. hmm Risky, but that's how popular they were. Fair enough. So before that, I got to sell as much 997 courses as possible so that I could be able to give some things out for free. Yeah, well, what I'm doing is to do it for free, but I want to do it for free for the people I care about. So kind of like the YouTube thing, right? They really cared about their fans, and I think at that time when they did that, we was switching to digital like heavy. So they just gave access to what was already out in the internet with Napster coming and all that stuff. So exactly. So I think it was a very calculated move, just like Wu Tang that did the opposite. They made an album that you had to. It was only one copy of it, and that guy that sleazeball that did the medical scandal bought it with all the money he made from buying the EpiPen. So you know everything has dynamics. That's how I look at it, right? And right now, I think the market as far as trading courses and coaches and all that stuff, is super saturated. Everybody knows something that is, plausible. I won't say probable because I think everybody has a technique. and the market's climate is what determines if it's going to be successful or not. Like my strategy that I did on Monday was pristine, right? Put $1,000 in the account. I'm using the same strategy, and I pulled 188 yesterday, and now I'm down $96 today, right? So even though you could get all the strategies in the world and how people think and all that stuff and the it's about, are they ready mentally? That's why I spent, I don't know if you notice how like everybody like, oh, I got this course and I got this course and now I started this Discord and all. I ran away from all that idea. I went straight to, I want to get free mindset. That's all I cared about. And yeah, yes, correct. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Just took a scalp of $100 right there. Thank God. I'm break even. Woo. Yep. To the downside. Mm-hmm. 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 You know what? Let me let YouTube go. You, I'm gonna let YouTube go, and we're gonna do something fun right now. All right, y'all. I'm gonna bid y'all fine farewell. Y'all have a great day, cause we're about to have some fun over here. Javi just put a birdie in my ear right now, and we gotta talk at a later time. So that said, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day.